Hey YouTube, Tin Can Gardener here. Quick little garden update. So here's what's going on. This is my lemon tree, and I've showed you guys before. It's already getting lemons. Here's some sunflowers. South Florida heat, starting to have wilting, so I gotta water these like 2 or 3 times a day. These are all my mulberry cuttings that I did. A little pepper plant that's way overdue. I'll probably get some seeds from it. Let's see what else I got. I have lemon cuttings, which they might make it and they might not. I don't know. I got to keep this very moist for them to actually do what I need them to do, which is root. This is a blood orange. I've gotten some cuttings from this. I'm probably going to hook up one of my neighbors with the tree and show them how to take care of it. Very fragrant. Very, very fragrant. Smells like an orange. So if you ever see a lemon or an orange, go ahead and grab the leaf and just, it's great smell. These are also all citrus, but you know, I'm starting to think whenever they start blacking up like that, they ain't gonna make it, but I'm gonna water these again and try to keep them as moist as possible. It's not an easy task. What else we got going on out here? Got a million things going on. Like these are gonna die back, but they'll start budding up again, like that right there. They'll start budding up again and giving more leaves and fruit. What else we got? This is my Barbados cherry tree that I took from cutting. These are other blood oranges that I got from cutting. I've been cutting them back. Mango tree, I just cut the top off it. We're gonna see what happens there. Oh, little pro tip here for you, for you that don't know. If you use pruners, keep some alcohol handy. And I know alcohol is at a premium now, just like any other disinfectant because of this corona crap. But after you're done cutting on, let's say, mango, you don't want to cut a different mango with the same pruners, because if you do have a disease like, who knows, city mold or whatever, it can jump from tree to tree to tree, and you don't want that. Actually, I shouldn't even have these next to each other, but mangoes are so prevalent down here, and 9 times out of 10 I'm going to use these for grafting, so I'm not that worried about it. So keep a spray bottle of isopropyl, 90 proof, 90%, whatever you want to call it. My Jabota Kaba is doing really good. That's this guy right here. I'm getting growth. And usually the fruit, it'll throw flowers off of the main stem. This is a coral bean. This is my guava, and it's also doing awesome. See, sorry, all that new growth right there, pretty cool. Sorry about my camera skills, they're not the greatest. Those over there are also mulberries. These are all cuttings, and they're all starting to flower and stuff, or bloom with growth, so that's good. And let me think here, anything else I could think of in here? Not really. I think that's all I got going on in here, other than some greens. I'm gonna have those seed, so I have seed on hand. I'm consistently doing that. These are all of my cantaloupe. As I told you before, I was having issues with things eating them. You know, they're doing pretty good now. I'm getting my first set of true leaves. So I'll be planting these out in the afternoon. Here in South Florida, you cannot plant them out in the morning. They'll be dead by afternoon. And you got to make sure you mulch really heavily with a straw or something. Pine straw or hay from your local stables or whatever, because you don't want these roots getting too hot, because they will die. Other than that, I'm just doing my usual thing. Got some good horse fertilizer there, and you know, mixing a little bit here and there, and got some little tomatoes. Starting to wonder what kind of tomatoes these are, because I cannot remember to save the life of me. But I'll end up pulling them out of here and planting them into something this afternoon. That way I got some of those, and I'm going to be getting some cuttings off of my neighbor for some cherry tomatoes. Some blueberry cherry tomatoes to be exact. This is my jackfruit tree, and whenever I got this thing, it was a stick. So I have been nursing this thing, and it's doing pretty good now. My only problem is, dun dun dun, right there. That's an issue. The tree was here before the cable was, so what I'm probably going to have to do is make sure that whenever it does get bigger, that I keep everything on this side above or below that line. I'm actually trying to keep this tree dwarfed. I know somebody out there is laughing at me like, if that's a jackfruit, good luck, buddy. But I'm going to try. And I'm going to be doing a lot of air layering on these trees as well. I air layered my fig over there. I did a video on it. If you want, you can check that out. But a lot of air layering is fixing to be going on, and there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here. Over here, this is all my broccoli I let go to seed. And usually there's bees all over it, but right now I'm not seeing too many. However, this is a good sign. Nice fat seed pods. So it means they're getting highly pollinated, which is cool by me. This is some old sugar cane. I gotta take that all out of there because it didn't make it. Sugar cane's gotta go. So I'll get that out of there and plant something else. That's kind of just the way to do it. Keep it moving. And with broccoli, you can actually take the leaves and fry them up like you would cabbage, or use them as kale in a salad. They're edible. Everything on this plant is edible. Right now though, the leaves are probably a bit bitter because it went into flower and it's going into seed. So all of its effort and energy is going into that. And this purple flowered plant right here is called Cuban oregano. And it has beautiful purple flower spikes, and it's throwing seeds, so I'll be getting some of those seeds to do what I gotta do, send to who needs them, and things of that nature. I have some other stuff planted. These are all dragon fruit. These stupid little plants that are in the dragon fruit, they're called artillery plants. And they're a pest down here because every single one of those will create a new plant. If one leaf falls off, you'll get a new plant. So that's why they're called artillery plants. So that's what's been going on. Oh, and I have some dill that I planted in there. It's finally coming up. But other than that, that's what's been going on down here. Not too much. It's starting to get hot. Like my banana tree that I planted here, it threw a couple little babies, but you know, it's kind of like touch and go with these things. I'm going to throw some manure around it and see if that helps. Hopefully that does help, and we can help the plant out, because they are heavy feeders, and I'm sure some manure would give it a little bit of a growth spurt here. And I have some other bananas I'm going to be digging up soon, putting them in pots, doing all that fun stuff. And I'm trying to get something going here. This kind of work is never easy, so if not for myself, you know, for other people in the community. So we'll see what happens. Who knows, one day I might be able to actually sell some of this stuff. So, alright guys. Well, I hope everybody out there has enough toilet paper. Yeah, we won't even go there. It's insane all over the U.S. And I hope you guys are actually getting out and doing some gardening, and take this time to spend time with your family and get out there in the yard and teach somebody a great skill of gardening. Alright guys, till next time, this is Tin Can Gardener, and take it easy. Alright, later.